All right. Welcome to McDonald's Guest Speaker Series. My name is Ann Lee, and I have the honor of presenting a very special guest to all of you today. His name is Hyun, and he is the head of modeling at DreamWorks Animation, where he's been part of the productions of Croods and Rise of the Guardians. He was also the digital modeler for the production of box office films like Kung Fu Panda, Monster vs. Aliens, and How to Train Your Dragon. I like that one. At any point during this session, please feel free to share your thoughts or some of your favorite points that Hyun brings up during this chat. You can, they gave me these I might get confused. Maybe this mic will be better. But you can use this mic or this little hat here, your early graduation hat, and take pictures at the booth in the back and use the hashtag #MyInspiration. All right, so to get started, we're going to start with a clip of something that Hyun's worked on.
Story you won't realize yourself.
All right, does anybody recognize it? Kung Fu Panda. Okay, I'm going to try not to hurt your ears, you guys. I'm really sorry about this mic. Hyun, Kung Fu Panda.
Yes.
It did really well. Was this your favorite one to work on, or do you have another one?
Should I just go on like this? Okay. Actually, I should explain about this kind of the clip. This is show the process, how we make the movie from story stage to final line. And yeah, I'm sorry about that. Of course, Kung Panda is one of my favorite movies, but I have another one. Is anybody see the movie they call Rise of the Guardian? Raise your hand.
Oh,
Thank you so
awesome.
much. You guys will be blessed. Yeah, that was my favorite movie so far. And I spent 4 years to making the movie. Usually making one movie, it takes 2 to 3 years. But the Rise of the Guardian, somehow there's a lot of reason to. But it took 4 years to finish it.
Okay, just not too close.
Okay. Okay. But, is this?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just not too close.
Okay. So this Guardian is there like not 4 years to finish it, but sadly it didn't do well in theater as much as Kung Panda did. But I love the style of the movie, and actually that's my first movie that I worked on as a head of modeling. I'm so proud of it.
I guess we're going to share this back and forth. All right. So then, we saw this in 3 different stages, and like you mentioned, it actually takes a few years to see the final production. Can you do a brief sort of explanation of how that process works and then what your role as head of modeling is?
All right. Okay, before I explain what I do, actually, I have to explain what the modeling is first. Actually, simply saying that it is sculpting with clay. It's like that, probably a lot of people in here has experience with the making something out of the clay when you guys are young, right? It's just like that, but instead of using clay, we're using the computer to sculpt the model in virtual space. For example, like all the characters you see in the movie, we model them all. Like Paul and the Tai Lung and Sifu in the Kung Panda movie, and Jack Frost and North and Tooth Fairy in the Guardian movie. And all the characters you see in the animated movie, we model them all. And even all the small prop, like the clip that you just saw, like there's the small pebble to big mountain, even the whole city, like we model everything in the animated movie. Yeah, I think this is kind of what the modeling does, and the what I do is like to making one movie. There's 10 to 15 modeler, and then what I do as a head of modeling, I have to teach them technically and guide them aesthetically and mentor them. That's what I do every day.
Well, Hyun, you're the only head of modeling at DreamWorks, at a place as big as DreamWorks that I know. It's not a job that we're all very familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite part about your job and what you do?
Okay, my favorite job. My favorite part of my job, I think, is creation. Is something creating from something new from nothing. That's going to be best part of my job. But the other part is fun part is like watching the reaction from the audience. Usually when movie is done, I usually go to theater to see audience, not the movie. And if they're happy because of the movie, that's it. Actually, that's really kind of like that's the reason that I love what I do.
I know that you came here to the States pretty late, in your late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And it couldn't have been easy, but having gone through everything you've gone through, when you look back, how would you summarize your career path?
Probably this one is easy actually.
We got it. We're
Yeah,
getting there.
We got it. Okay, I think it's kind of long story, but I'll make it short. I can say I've been lucky so far. Just getting in DreamWorks Animation as an artist is really hard, and even surviving in there that's will be another hardest part too, because you have to compete with a lot of super talented artists from all over the world. I work really hard to prove myself as a better artist than other people. As just kind of like I think if I think that this is just only job for living, probably I wouldn't be here where I am now. If I have no passion what I do, probably I might give it up already. But to me, this is kind of job that I always dreamed of. This is the job that I always dreamed about. So, I mean, I've been in this field for 15 years as a modeler, but even now, whenever I model something new, it's making me happy. It does make my heart pounding.
I think it would be great for any of us to say that my job makes my heart pound, right?
It does, actually. It's pounding right now.
Well, you got a degree in computer arts at Savannah College of Art and Design.
Mm-hmm.
What were some challenges you faced in college, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, probably as a foreign student. Okay, let me rephrase it. It's actually as a all foreign student because I came in late, is almost late 20. There's a lot of challenge that I face when I start studying there. Actually, as you know, that there's a lot of homework and assignment from each class, and then I have to study really hard, to get the good grade from each class because of the scholarship. And also after classes, I have to work outside to make some money to pay some bill. Because I'm not from the rich family, and then my parents are not rich. So guess what? I was always tired. I didn't have enough time to sleep or get some rest. So that was really hard time for me physically. But the biggest challenge that I have is the language. Is to learn the new language in late 20. To me, is despite many effort, is really, I think there's a limit. So how did I overcome it? Actually, I didn't overcome it. Actually, I accept it. I accept the fact that I cannot speak English as a native speaker. To me, it's just kind of like, even now, the language is my biggest challenge.
We have a lot of parents here in the audience. I think most of them are Asian. How did your parents react when you chose art and you decided this was your major and this is where I want to go to school and this is what I want to do with my life?
Okay. Okay. When I made the decision, actually, they said I was crazy. Because as I mentioned earlier, I made a decision in late 20, and at that time I had a stable job for living in Korea. So, and then my parents thought that I was too old to study over, and but true was I think they worry so much about me, because when I was about your age, I failed 2 times to get into art college, because my physical problem is I'm partially colorblind. So at that time in Korea, to get into art college, you have to pass the physical exam, but I couldn't pass it because of my eyes. And then there's nothing I can do about it. I cannot just take out my eyes and change my eyeball or something. I cannot do it. And even my parents couldn't help anything about it. I was so sad and upset. And but I think that's the main reason that they want me to move here, because they don't want me to go through the same thing again. But somehow I made them understand. Here I am now. They're so proud of me.
As hard as it was for you to get here to this point, it's not like it's a free ride now. You're at DreamWorks, so it's constantly a challenge. Is there anyone that you look up to as a model or a person of inspiration?
I think I can say Jeffrey Katzenberg. He's the CEO of the DreamWorks Animation. I'm not saying it because he's my big boss. No. He's the person to be admired in so many ways. He's not just ordinary businessman or the rich man who just looking for money or their profit. I think he's true dreamer. But the biggest reason that I respect him most, that is the courage. I think that everyone have the dream to be someone else, like someone special, someone famous, like someone rich. But the main key that makes dream come true is the courage to follow your heart. Jeffrey Katzenberg is the man for this case. He's about to mid 60 now, but I see his passion every day, and then I know that he loves what he does. I think that if someone react to the voice from their heart, even though they're 60 or 70 years old, they still young. Actually, you know what? They look young.
I think you look young.
Thank you.
And I think you have a lot of courage, and obviously your passion and the courage to live your passion is what got you through. You know, there's students here in the audience, and they all have passions and dreams, and maybe some of them don't even know what their dream is yet. Do you have any tips for them in this time in their life right now, and especially when they get into college?
Okay, I think that you guys getting into that new chapter of your life. I think this time, it would be very, very important time for your life, most valuable time. It's just sometimes just turn off your smartphone, or just be away from your computer, and just go out. Just go to the park and sit on the bench, or just laying down on the grass, and then just close your eyes and take time for yourself to think what your dreams about. What is your dream? I think please find something that make your heart pounding, make you exciting, do your heart set.
And what about the parents? We have parents here. Do you have any tips for them during this crucial time in their lives as they try to support and guide their students, their children, grown children?
Probably a lot of parents might not like it what I said, but but as you know that your kid is not kid anymore. I mean, they already grown up. It is, I think please don't push them anything from your own perspective or your thought. Just be a friend of them and listen what they say, even though you don't understand it. Sometimes, you don't like to hear what they want to be in their future or what they want to do. But just please, you should let them find their own path. Don't worry too much. I think they'll be all right.
And last question. You are a very busy person, and yet here you are addressing this audience and taking your time to be here with us. What is sort of the last key message you would like to leave them with?
Okay. First, thanks for coming. Thank you for coming and listening to my story. And I'm so honored to be here with you guys. To me, if I have this kind of workshop when I was young, it could be big help for setting my goal earlier. I hope that this workshop could help you setting up your goal or your dream. Last thing that I just want to say is I always remember what the Steve Jobs said. A lot of people know that Steve Jobs, who the Steve Jobs is, right? He is the CEO of Apple. He passed away a few years ago. He said your time is limit. So don't waste it living someone else's life. Have the courage to follow your heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Hyun. And just as a brief reminder, he'll be at the McDonald's booth after this, so feel free to ask him any questions after this. And if you have any thoughts and any favorite points that he mentioned, share them with the hashtag #MyInspiration. It's spelled INSPIRASIAN. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hyun and Anne. We would like Ms. Jean Lee to present the certificate of appreciation.
Am I doing? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
We have our first break, so students can get their stamps in the back.
Thank you.
And please take out the booth and be seated by 11:10 a.m.